First down for this offense. Quarterback will audible. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that's something this offense is going. They're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
This time they'll go to the running game. Oh, what a move to get open. He's loose. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Alabama's offense has the ball for the first time. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. You know, we joked that the tight ends all makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second.
Brings it down on the right side. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Poole has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on defense?
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up forward.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give on the inside. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Using his legs, it's Judkins. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Right back to it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And the Buckeyes will move the sticks.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The option look. He'll pitch it. At the 35, he's loose. Off he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Wegman. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incomplete.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rusher. He's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. And they're able to get to the quarterback.
Running it back, it's Cameron. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's when they'll put it in play. A first down for the offense. On the move, it's Judkins. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14,
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
He'll toss it. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've taken 3 haymakers right across the jaw, down 21-0, but David, now the chance to answer.
And this defense has been suffocating, and this is so hard. When you don't have the answers early, man, and the defense hits you in the mouth, you got to find some plays quickly here to try to make this a football game.
This is an offense that has a lot of pride. They're not used to being in this position. I think it's going to take one effort, one individual great play to finally wake this team up and get them back some momentum.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
After misfiring, it's second down. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Gets it out fast. They get him down after he makes the catch. Alabama quickly back to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Badger. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, big juke to get past. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The offense set for a first down play. Give to the running back. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up for the PAT. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I love the play call by this defense to go with the zone blitz, confuse the quarterback. What does that mean? What do you see when it's a zone blitz, Paul?
Yeah, I think he was confused. You mentioned it. He was going to have a lot of time to get rid of that football. Not in the case, though. Linebacker's able to make it through and get the sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for room. It's Robinson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
That's the end of the first half.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Trying to get to him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. The throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it from the gun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd down.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Here comes the option. Good pick up there. He gets enough for the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the...
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State 42, Alabama 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give out of the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw. It's Wegman. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back, seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
49, Alabama 0.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. And wings it incomplete. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to half dozen kicks today. He's got great speed. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there, looking for a productive play on first down. Now on the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. He'll bring it out. It's Badger. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. Off-play action on first down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the misfire now on second down. Now they'll run the draw. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Unloads to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He'll ride his man on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Second down coming up. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for space, it's Robinson. Didn't find a lot of room, let's give him 2 out to the 20. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Looking down the middle. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fires to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Hunter. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On the option. Quick toss. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Open runway ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the pummeling has started. Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Wants to throw, it's Wegman. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, and makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on second and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Looking for a block. It's Cameron. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the option. He'll toss it. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the offense on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They're trying to dig out of the hole on second and long from the 9. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Touchdown, Ohio State! What a great... They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Wegman. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And how about this defense taking care of business, keeping that guy under 200 yards? Is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
They're trying to dig out of the hole on second and long from the 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. The option look. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can...
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the punishment has been extended. Well, Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the returner goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon in every single team.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. To throw, it's Wegman. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They're going to throw it again. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Still on his feet at the 45. Smashes through the tackle. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. On the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Offense getting set for first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to run it to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? The give from the gun. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th down. They want to run this quarterback. And they stop him. He's not able to get there as he is ridden out of bounds. So Florida's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is a type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Off the play fake on first down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Beck. Coming after him. the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
They'll try the run. On the move is the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. 1st down here for the offense. Looking for space. It's Judkins. At the 45 on his way. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he got loose, it was all over. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
On to attempt the try. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off on the ground, a 67-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. Looking to pass. It's back. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go through it, and they did just that.
And the Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
At the 31-yard line. Second down.
Now on second down. Goes to the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
Third down coming up.
This is a 3rd and long. Now on the option. The pitch. Open space at the 25. Bulldozes it. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. The Buckeyes are on the move.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 6, Florida 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He'll take it himself. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. And they really need to convert this third down, guys. If not, they're staring at a third punt. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a gap. It's Robinson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
It'll be a draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
And that pass intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Run in the red zone. It's Johnson. And the Buckeyes will have a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
They'll leave it with him. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there getting set. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air. It's back. They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Bringing it back, it's Cameron. Strikes the blow. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He breaks a tackle, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Line is set on 3rd down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense working from the pistol. On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. Ball in the air, intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll throw it on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Beck. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And the Gators will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, it's Cameron. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Turns it on in midfield. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 27,
The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Beck. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's right on target. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He'll be guided out. A nifty return on that one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Motion from the offense. On the run, it's Judkins. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Looking for room at the 30. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
3rd and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the football right at them. Nice job by this offense catching them off guard, making the big play, getting the first down with the run.
And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
Second down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. On the option. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
On the option. Now the toss. Got enough space. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking in front of them so bad, you start to put the backups in and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking them right to the face.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They go to the draw. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Trying to get to it. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now, the 7th sack of the game.
The Gators decide to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. On the return, it's Cameron. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking for a productive play on first down. The option look. He'll toss it. Can anyone catch it? And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 34, Florida 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the stomping has commenced.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Beck. Getting some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go. That pass is incomplete and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Cameron. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here comes the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Goes to the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Quick toss. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
At the 45-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he intercepts it. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Back to pass. It's back. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, you can tell this offense is frustrated, giving up another sack, and they're out of sync, out of sorts. They're just not used to this. This trigger man's usually good. This offense is usually good. They've had a day they would love to forget.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking downfield to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Gators send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. See if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Now on the option. He'll toss it. At the 40, there he goes. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having...
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off.
48, Florida, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Bringing it back. 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. Looking to throw, it's back. Finds his back in the middle. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense comes up with the sack. And this is honestly not what we expected. We expected this to be a high-flying offense. You know, this trigger man is usually really, really on top of things. This is a day he would love to forget.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Gators will punt this one away. Running it back, it's Cameron. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Now facing a third and long. On the option. The pitch. Still on his feet at the 45. Running toward the tape. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Makes the grab. It's Gibson. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.